Hi chat, welcome to the stream. Not gonna lie, I just got out of the shower, so that's why the hair's wet. All over the place. But hello, good to see you all again. It's about to be December 13th of 2020, and I forgot to open up my Streamlabs. Thank you for the reminder. Let's see. iSatisfied has resubscribed for 5 months in a row, and 5 total. Thank you for the resub. I satisfied, and it looks like Michaela is here as well. Who was first today? Michaela was first today. Rollers also asks, so are you the dog whisperer now? Yeah, I skipped my earlier stream today to watch Tofu because Juice was going to get a COVID test, and so Tofu and I hung out for, I don't know, half hour or so, and then we played around in the backyard a bunch, so that was nice. I don't know that I'm really the dog whisperer though, because Tofu doesn't really listen to Tofu doesn't really listen to anything unless you have a treat. And then she'll do sit and come and lay down. But those are the tricks that she knows so far. Leaf, thank you for the host, and Absalon, thank you as well for the host. Welcome. Hey, what's up, Leaf? Hello. Dragon Slayer says, wait, day 11.3 is day 13, right? Yeah, it is. It has looped back upon itself. Hey, what's up, Johnny? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Let me actually open up Advent of Code so that... Oh, that button didn't work. Why didn't that button work? There we go. There we go. So we got AOC ready to go. I need to set up my repository. I was recording a video about day, whatever the last day was, whatever the day before today is. What day is today? I don't know. Actually, we need to actually figure out what day today is. 13. T00 today, 13. C into there, Babby, part 1. ASC day 13. Python part 2.py. FC21, yes. And then download input 2020-13. Okay. Ready to go there. Hey, what's up, Cat PW? Hello. Welcome back. And the Endless River, how's it going? Yeah, no buns today, sorry. I'm in my, like, loungy clothes that I was wearing before I exercised, so. Hey, what's up, Metabytes? Hello. Good to see you again. Couldn't finish AOC and thought maybe I should work on the school thing a little bit more since I'm partially over my earlier breakdown, but well on the way to my next one. Oh no. Hey, what's up, Arrowbounce? Hello. Eterneth says, ooh, welcome to the stream. Jenny says, hi, what are you doing? If you do Bang today or Bang AOC, you can learn more about what we are working on today. But we are going to be solving day 13 of Advent of Code. The other says, did she pee inside again? Not on my watch. No, not since last night. So that was good. Airbound says, I didn't mean to hit enter without a message. I mean, a high five is good enough. That's all good. Epsilon says, I'm going to start my stream soon, but I figure I'll host you for now. Sounds good. CapPW says, there's event-driven programming and treat-driven puppers. It's true. Vin1 Jr. says, a programmer taking water instead of coffee. Oh, water instead of coffee? Yeah, I don't drink coffee at all. I think I've had coffee twice in my entire life. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Airbound says, I'm gonna feel bad for whoever's gonna try doing this year's after the month. Why? Oh, because ranks? I don't know. I think it's fine to do it after the time. Honestly, the only thing I hear about C++ is how it calculates the time between each breakdown, but you got it. I see. That is one way to put it. Metabright says, AOC 2020 light item order percent speedrun. Yes. Blindly says, I collect Squishmallows too. These are Juicebox Heroes Squishmallows. We also have, where is Ty? Oh wait, no, his name's not Ty. Wait, yeah, his name is Ty. Where's Ty? There's one more somewhere. I don't know where he is. But this is that Zach or Zane? This is Zach, and that one is Zane. They are twins. And then we've got Reginald, whose real name is Leopold, but I call him Reginald. And then we have Pumpkin, and this is Carpet and Lola and Noodle. They all have names. Anyway. Oh, and my lights aren't on. I guess let me turn my lights on so that my stream looks a little bit higher quality. You know, we have production value here. There we go. I forgot the lights. Sorry, chat. It's a Tag Gaming Stream who says, "You're the most popular person in coding on Twitch. I hope you go to #1 and more people start programming." Yeah, I think a lot of people actually have started programming from watching people on Twitch, which I think is really cool. I like to foster community around that. Because everything's out of order. Yeah. Epic Official says Discord. Yes, you are all free to join the Discord. There's a nice beginners channel there if you want to get started with programming or learn programming or ask questions. There's a bunch of people that are pretty knowledgeable and can hopefully help you out with that sort of stuff. There's also an Advent of Code channel where we have a private leaderboard. If you want to join there and get one-on-one help with Advent of Code, that's a thing as well. Batiska says, "Hi, how's the job search going?" Welcome back, Batiska. Good to see you. To be honest, so I have one company that I'm interviewing at. I'm not really actively searching at the moment, but their position seemed really cool and basically the stuff that I work on, so I figured I'd apply and see where things go. But I'm not really quite searching yet, so I don't know. It's going alright, I guess. As good as it can be for, I guess, not putting in too much effort for it. This is his job. He's going straight to the top. If only, right? If only. Airbun says, "Today I learned how to run Python on my text editor instead of using Ubuntu for Windows." Oh. Are you using idle? God, I hope you're not using idle. I know you can do that in VS Code though, so maybe you're using something that's less inane. What if I want to get started teaching programming? Well, I mean, you could also do that and get advice there, because I do some of that and I've done that in the past, so definitely a thing. Hey, what's up, Michael Manon? Hello, welcome to the stream. Large Data Bank! If you guys don't know, Large Data Bank also streams. Catching a stream tonight, Saturday, coding party. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's going to be either a cry party or a coding party. We'll see. Do people actually use idle? I mean, I have to assume someone uses it, otherwise they wouldn't make it and fix bugs in it, but I don't know how anyone could honestly deal with idle. Then again, I use a partially intentionally shitty text editor, so it's certainly possible. Using Sublime. Oh. One of the best ways to learn something is try to explain it to somebody. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Large Data Bank, you're ready for the cry party. Okay, so what do you think, chat? I think we're gonna get a maze puzzle today. Do you think today is finally the maze puzzle? Wait, idle's default is tabs? What? That makes no sense. Why would it default to tabs? Pie cry party. Clear Hunch says, "Set up my VM based on your tutorial. It had been running if great running that on my PC versus having to switch between my PC and my Mac Mini." Oh, cool, nice. That's awesome. Adrian says boot code part 2. Oh, okay, well, just in case, we're gonna have day 8's. Was it day 8? Was that the boot code? Was that the boot code? Yeah. Just in case. We are ready to copy and paste. Wait, is this the one that I want to copy and paste? No. I think this is the one that I want to copy and paste. I don't think it's going to be boot code. I don't think we're going to see that for a while. I'm still not ready for mazes yet. Vivek Facial says, "Back to the VM." I mean, I am in a VM, so for me, yeah. I don't know if you have an agenda with the stream, but this is only my second stream watching, or do you kind of see where the night takes you? So, it depends on the stream. So for Advent of Code, it's mostly like I implement the problem when it comes out, and I will ignore chat for, I don't know, however long it takes me to solve stuff, or however long it takes me to get stuck, one of the two. But for normal streams, I usually have like a rough agenda on some stuff that I might want to do, and then take, more direct questions from chat, show demos of stuff, work on open source software, read through pull requests, all sorts of, random programming related stuff. I guess it's not random, it's haphazard. But yeah, for today, or at least the late night streams during December, the Advent of Code streams, they're mostly going to be, the same sort of flow. Hey, what's up, Priox? Hello, hello. Speaking of VMs, I updated VirtualBox and everything is substantially laggier. Oh no. I actually haven't been updating. Part of the reason that I haven't updated is, so I'm on 6.1.14, whatever. Part of the reason I haven't been updating is it shows me an update prompts when I start up VirtualBox, and there's a blue underlined thing that you would think would be a link that you could click on, but you cannot click on it. For whatever reason. You know what? I'm actually gonna do this as, actually let's do that in the template. Day 00 part 1. I know, I shouldn't be coding right before it starts. We should put this here, that way I don't have to type this shit out, because I usually make a typo here. Let's make it 1 so the test fails. That way, when we paste in input here, we're ever so slightly faster. Yeah, let's put our cursor there. Actually, in that case, let's put a new line there, and then CP again, part 1.py. All right, now we're ready to go. Okay. Oh, you meant it'll be a VM problem. I see. You love to see some parsing. Most fun puzzle to solve. I actually like the parsing. I'm pretty good at parsing. Disco says, I know you use grep for text search. Do you have any tools like ripgrep? I feel sometimes grep is pretty slow. I just use getgrep. Works fast enough for me. I have used AG Silver Searcher, and really, it didn't really provide any benefits to me, so I stopped using it. Are you expecting another boot code problem? No, we just have all of our bases covered here. All right, let me quickly catch up on chat. I've got a minute to go. Welcome to Killer Fox. Yeah, how's it going, Moomy? Good to see you again. You're my favorite coder on Twitch. You and one other guy have the best streams that are engaging, and I learn a lot. But you're definitely better than number one. Don't inflate my ego too much. Hey, what's up, Wilmo? Hello. I also like no music. I do actually have background music. It's just very, very quiet. Hey, what's up, Clear Hunch? How is implementing SQLite? I don't know. We'll see if we do SQLite today. I might do SQLite tomorrow. Dr. Jones says, why are you moving from GitHub to GitLab? I am not. Did somebody imply that? There are a couple things I maintain on GitLab, but I kind of hate it. I'm just here for the emotes. Okay, but if anyone in chat asks, let them know that I will be not intentionally ignoring them, but focusing on the puzzle to try and go fast. So when people hop in here and they're like, ask a question or you should do this thing, like gently let them know that I will be puzzle solving. Hey, Eric's here. Eric's the one who has created Advent of Code. Gotta go fast. It's true. Zoom, says Aneurysm, who also works on AOC. If anyone asks, just do bang AOC. Oh, I should probably change that command to, actually say, I'm ignoring you, sorry, chat. Hey, what's up, Bobby Flo? Good luck to you as well. Good luck to everyone trying the puzzle today. And we're down to our last few seconds, and see you all later, says Priox, indeed. Yeah, if you don't want spoilers, peace. Okay, 4, click, and go. I said go. Shuttle search, timestamp, number of minutes. Oh boy, scheduling problem. ID of the earliest bus you can take to the airport multiplied by the number of minutes you'll need to wait for that bus. Oh boy. First line is your estimate of the earliest timestamp you could depart on a bus. The second line lists the bus IDs that are in service according to the shuttle company. Ignore X's that are out of service. There will be exactly one bus that's earliest. Here, the earliest timestamp you could depart is 9:39, and the bus IDs in service are that. Near timestamp 9:39, these bus IDs depart at the times marked D. How do know that? What does the input look like? Okay, so the first number is the timestamp. So oh, we don't want to do that. Int lines 0. X's are out of service and the others are bus IDs. Okay. But how do we know how they line up? Here the earliest timestamp you divide, is that 7, blah blah blah. Near timestamp 939, these buses IDs depart at the times marked D. How do we know that? Doesn't depart until that. Multiplying the bus ID by the number of minutes you'd need to wait gives that. How do we know what the... At timestamp 0, every bus simultaneously departs from the seaport. After that, each bus travels to the airport and various other journeys. Finally returns. The time this loop takes a particular bus is also its ID number. Oh, so it's mod. Okay, cool. Buses equals int s for s in lines 1 dot split, comma, if s does not equal x. Buses with 2 s's? So we want minimum departure time times something. And the expected is 95. Okay, 4 bus in buses. I don't think that's the right buses, but we're not here to do grammar. Minimum equals system max size. All right, so we need to figure out when a bus is going to depart after the start time. So we are going to integer divide and then add. So we have depart time, integer divide, bus. And equals this. If depart time mod 0. I don't think that's gonna happen, so we'll just ignore it. Depart time equals bus times n plus 1. If depart bus ID equals, if depart time is less than minimum, then minimum, oh, we could just do, yeah, minimum equals depart time, bus ID equals bus, and then at the end we return, multiply the bus ID by the number of minutes you need to wait. Bus ID times depart time. Negative. How do we possibly get negative? What? Wait a minute. Oh, minimum minus... Oh, shit. Okay. I clobbered a variable. Rust would have helped me there. Okay, definitely lost a bunch of time on reading there. Oh, that was a really slow solve. Still in the top 1,000, but really slow. Okay, what's the complication for part 2? Shuttle company is running a contest. 1 gold coin for anyone that can find the earliest timestamp that the first bus ID departs at that time. And each subsequent listed bus ID departs at that subsequent minute. First line is no longer relevant. Cool. No longer relevant. Well, we might need some of this code. Kind of down with that. I think it's a factoring problem. Or at least common multiple problem. So we're looking for a case where they all depart in order? Oh. This is definitely a least common multiple / factoring problem. So there's 100% a math trick here. Oh, but we also need to get it within a period. Oh, this is gonna be very, very hard. How long is it gonna take to brute force? How many of these buses do we have? No, we only have 9 buses. Okay, so that's actually not too bad to brute force. It's still very bad to brute force. We give some other examples as well, so we can use those as well. There's definitely going to be somebody that knows some trick here that's going to make this hard to get points on. And I'm not going to be able to know that trick probably, so we're going to have to try a bunch of stuff to wean this one out. Let's put just the first 4 in there. Oh, almost copied that one wrong. Oh, I see the JavaScript firing there. Nice. Nice. That's nice. I like that. I just do Control-Shift-C, and it really bites me in the butt. Okay, got some test cases in. Let's think about this. Is this almost like... It's almost like prime sieve, but I also don't know prime sieve. So many bus IDs in your list, surely the actual earliest timestamp will be larger than this. That's a huge number. Okay, so we are looking for a case when where for some n is when this departs. So we know that n mod a sub 0 is equal to 0, and we know, and we know m times a sub 0 is equal to n, and we know that for all of a sub I, a sub I how do we know this? we know that m times a sub 0 is strictly less than m times 1, or m plus 1 times a sub 0. And there's some math in here that I need to work out. How do we plot a number to be within a range? I guess we can say n sub I. What if we just use Z3 for this? Because I think if we just have a bunch of equations, we could just make Z3 solve this. Then I don't have to think about it. How does that sound, chat? I have to relearn how to use Z3 though. Fuck. Okay, what's the other constraint? There's another constraint. N sub I times a sub I is less than, I guess, for a sub j, where j is greater than I. N sub I times a sub I is less than n sub j times a sub j. Okay, so that's our system of equations. There's probably some fucking crazy ass math here. I honestly don't want to try and figure out the math, so see Z3 solver Python. You know it's good when there's no CSS, right? How do we pip install this thing? pypi.org/simple/z3. This seems not the right thing. Yeah, this seems not the right thing. Is it called Z3 solver? This seems like the thing. Okay. Pip install Z3 solver. Let's follow a tutorial. High performance theorem prover. Okay. I'm going to open this off screen so I can read it at the same time and try and write some stuff into here. Okay, part 2.py. Import Z3. What am I doing? It definitely wasn't a computer problem. Okay, so we have all of our buses. That's cool. Import Z3. So we need to set up a system of equations here. We know that we have n0, which is an int. We'll call it n0. We have a0, which is our first bus. A0 equals, wait, how do you make a constant? Actually, maybe we don't need to do that. And how did I do this before? Let me look at my previous code. Was that in 2018? Yeah. That was in day 23. Cheating with Z3, that's what we're doing today. God, I wish I knew Z3 a lot better. So we make a bunch of variables, we make an optimization thing. And then we add a bunch of conditions. Yes, that's how it works. I remember now. Okay. Let's see, O equals Z3.optimize. And then we can say that O dot add n sub 0 mod buses 0 equals 0. And then we can say for bus in buses 1 colon. Now we need to represent these series of equations. Oh, we also have to say this. M equals int m. And also say that O dot add m times buses 0 equals n. This should be z3.int. I should probably just do from imports. From z3 import int, from z3 import optimize. And this shit's probably not gonna work because I'm definitely not, I've never used this library before. And I'm sorry, chat, this is gonna take a long time, so I'm gonna be ignoring you for a while. Okay, so the only new variable we get in here is n sub I. So n sub I equals z3 equals int. We got Ruby from imported. We don't do this anymore. Equals int n sub enumerage n sub I, and we're gonna add these two series of equations. O dot add. Surprise, surprise! We're not gonna be able to do this one in sqlite. So m times buses 0 is less than n sub I times bus. O dot add n sub I times bus is less than m plus 1 times buses 0. Then handles this series of equations. Oh, we actually need to build these ints up first. So n sub i's equals n0, and then actually maybe we do this up here. N's equals int n I for I in range len buses 1, 2, 3. And we gotta find n0. Just n's 0. And this will be. Oh, we can actually just make this look real nice. We can just call this n. And we can just do n0 equals n0. And then n sub, literally n sub I. And then we need to say this here. And we actually only need to compare against the next one, so we can reduce the number of things here. For I in range. What? From 1 to len buses minus 1. O dot add n I times buses I is less than n I plus 1 times buses I plus 1. I think that's it. I think that's it. And then we want to minimize what? We want to minimize our variable. O dot minimize m? N sub 0. N0. This is basically just gonna be fucking magic if this works. So kinda doubt it's going to work. What was dist? Oh, we want n sub 0. No idea if it's gonna work. One type has no attribute as long. What does it mean? What does it mean? I wish I remembered how to use this shit. C3 optimize. Yeah, that's the weird thing is these are all declared functions, but I expect them to not be functions. I expect them to be constants. Declare const like this. We already have this open. Maybe because I named them weird? Yeah, I don't know why these are declared fun. Oh, I wish I knew how to do this. What does o.check give me? Unsatisfiable. Well then. What are my numbers here? Those are all of those. I wonder if I should use this solver thing instead? Instead of optimizer? God, I wish I knew how to use Z3. Oh, I didn't announce on Discord? Damn it. My bad. Alright, I'm gonna rechat because I'm so far lost on this. Yeah, the input's pretty short. Let's see. Hey, what's up, NovaRX? Hello, hello. What are you talking about, Johnson Eric? SJXF says, are you gonna play Cyberpunk? Probably not. Hey, what's up, Guy VVV? Hello, hello. We're using math. Time to quit ASC. Yeah. Chinese remainder theorem. Do I want to look that up or do I want to make it work with Z3? I kind of want to make it work for Z3. Do you need to be really good at math for high-end software engineer? Absolutely not. In absolutely no way do you need to be good at math. TYT says we both have the idea of Z3. Did you do it with Z3? I have no idea why it didn't work. Yeah, my Z3 says unsatisfiable. What does yours look like? Does yours look the same? Also, am I using Z3 correctly? Because I have no idea. I have not used Z3. I used Z3 in 2018. Mine also gave unsatisfiable for no reason I can understand. Oh, I really wanted to use it for this. So I think that it's I think that it's a good fit. Do I need to maximize something here? Is that what it is? I once learned the math for this, and the only thing I could remember from that is the right keywords to Google. Oh no. Man, I want this to work. Oh, I'm sad. I have the sats. I wish it would work. Yeah, no, it would have been so cool if it worked. Are you declaring the function part in your n variable? Oh, somebody that actually knows Z3. I don't know what you mean. I didn't want these to be functions. I don't know why they're being functions. I want them to just be variables. Let me clone my 2018. The last time I did this. And see what it did there. You got points? Nice. Day 23? Oh no, these are F strings. These are F strings. There's no function there. Yeah, here's the Z3 one. Richlam VM pip install Z3 solver. Damn, you had me excited that you had done this before, but now I'm sad. Let's see what it looks like before. Maybe that's normal. I know it takes forever. Yeah, these are all functions too, so it's not different there. But this is way more fucking wild than before. I like to call this the DVD screensaver theorem. Oh no. Are you a bot, Johnson Eric? You feel like a bot. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't think this is satisfiable. This series of equations is totally correct. I wonder if we change it to less than or equal to, if that fixes things somehow. I thought it does. We could also give it hints about the rest of the buses. I don't know. I'm a little bummed that this doesn't work. Oh, wait, if I change it to less than or equal to, it says it's satisfiable. 0. Back to unsatisfiable. Okay, well that's clearly not helping. Maybe we'll give it more things to make it more satisfiable. I don't fucking know how this works. Unsat. Sads. Okay, well that's not gonna work. Let's learn the algorithm. DVD screensaver theorem. Wait, that didn't help. Wait, I just want the answer and the explanation. I don't want an actual practice problem. A linear congruence is a modular equivalence of this form. Okay. Solve mod A, B, M solves A, X equals B mod M, returning a pair YK with 0 less than or equal to Y less than K, such that X is a solution if and only if X equals Y mod K. Ugh, I don't want to think about this. A mod M, B mod N, then as long as M and M are relatively prime, there is a unique solution for X modulo the product Mn. Holy shit, I don't want to learn this. Math? Pull buses or buses, right? Looking forward to visualizations for today? Yeah. Make those weird math symbols go away. Yeah, this might be one of the days that I skip. Was Eric's tweet this morning ominous? Or what? Or was it? As we get further into the month, remember that it is okay to sleep and then come back to Advent of Code puzzles. Ask for hints or even skip them entirely. I really want this to work with Z3. I don't know why it isn't working. It would be so cool if this was just like, boop, there's your answer. I don't know why it thinks it's unsatisfiable. Explain why unsatisfiable Z3. The homepage toboggan has once again ascended. Nice. It also says, what's part 2 of day 13? I don't know. That's why we're looking up how to work with Z3. This isn't actually helpful without the Python syntax, I feel. I wonder why it thinks these are functions and not constants. Create a constant of the given sort. I don't know what that means. I think this is the least common multiple problem, but I don't know how to deal with the initial offset. Yeah, I mean, I just don't really want to think about math today. DeckMap says done used Euclid's algorithm. Part 2 is how long do you have to wait until the buses align? Yeah. Menominator. They're not some built-in. All right, we'll look up least common multiple again, and remember how it works. It's something. It's like factor something, and that'll give us an upper bound, I guess, right? Because it has to be lower than that. It's upper bound with Actually, how big is the smallest number that we have? 13. So that means we can. That means, and we have 9 things. So we need to fit 9 things in 12 slots, right? Yeah, we need to fit 9 things in 12 slots. You can also just straight up ban people, Shaz, if they're being annoying. But timeout's fine for now. So we need to fit 9 things in 12 slots. So how many combinations are there then? So we have 12 slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's either, you know, there are possibly 3 of these that are not filled. So it's what, 12 choose 3? 12 choose 3. 220 combinations in here. You could try every single one of them. That wouldn't be so bad, I guess. Middle says least common multiple. Yeah, I know it's supposed to be LCM, but LCM I feel like doesn't actually get us the answer we want. If we LCM this, it's going to give us a number that's way bigger than all those things. This is when they're all going to line up exactly, I think. This is when they all depart at the exact same time. Is that what we're searching for? Wait, am I searching for something that's way more fucking complicated than I need to? No, it's still like this. So what LCM is going to give us is everything departs at exactly the same time, which is not what we're looking for. This is way too big. This is not the right answer. I'm pretty sure. This is all of them at the same time. Yeah. But that's an upper bound. Just paste the linear concurrence into Wolfram Alpha. Yeah, but I wish like Z3 should have known how to do that too. I mean, maybe we can tell Z3 now that that's an upper bound. How about add? Was it N0 less than this? Are you solvable now? It wasn't even solvable for the small one, so I don't think so. Or satisfiable. If it's unsatisfiable, adding more constraints won't make it satisfiable. Oh yeah, that's true. Metal now says Chinese remainder. You're just saying stuff. The LCM of the timestamp plus intersecting bus 7 and 19 lineup. Yeah, but LCM of all these does not give you this number. It gives you something that's much, much bigger than that. One is the remainders of the Euclidean division of an integer n by several integers. Then one can determine uniquely the remainder of the division of n of the product of these integers under the conditions that the divisors are pairwise core prime. It's all Chinese to me. I have no idea. Wait, is that not PC? Maybe that's not PC. What is the drawing up here? X is equivalent to 2 mod 3, is equivalent to 3 mod 5, is equivalent to 2 mod 7. Python says, did you get your 8700K to 5 gigahertz? I don't overclock. I don't really need to for what I do. Yeah, I feel like I'm not clever enough to actually use this to solve the problem. This thing looks scary. It took me so long to understand discrete math. Yeah, I feel like we did go over this in class, but literally would never use it in reality. What is this Wolfram link? Can I backseat code? I mean, you've already led me down something that's not helpful. What is this? T equals 0 mod 7, T equals -1 mod 13, and it timed out. Wait, what is this? It probably just timed out for me. I probably got lucky. It's literally Chinese remainder theorem. I know, but none of this fucking helps me. um Oh, did it give you the answer that you wanted? Where was that? It gave you this? Huh. It didn't even highlight what the actual expansion of this is. So these are all equivalences, right? How'd you get -1, -4, -6, -7? Is that what this is here? Is that what all those combinations are? I guess this is -1, 4, 6, 7? Yeah. Hmm. Fennel says, this is why I spot my math degree is better than a CS degree. Oh my god, you're hilarious, Fennel. I can guarantee you that any of the stupid shit that I know about computers is 100 times more useful than knowing the Chinese remainder theorem in practical use. Obviously, I'm being facetious. Okay, well, you know, text is a really shitty medium where you can't convey intent or tone or anything else, and so it's impossible to know when someone is being facetious. From simpy.ntheory.modular import CRT. Wait, seriously? I've actually contributed to simpy. Oddly enough. Is that... I'm gonna feel really bad doing this in a video though, you know? What was one of our examples? I feel like, I should have gotten ones without X's in it. 17, 13, 19. Int is not subscriptable. Probably wants a list. Missing positional argument V. Moduli in M are assumed to be pairwise coprime. The output is an integer f such that f equals vi mod mi for each pair. And so this is where the n choose 3 thing comes in, right? I need to find all of those. I need to find all of those V's. Computers are all numbers. That's not at all. That's not odd at all, though. You can church everything. Yeah, that's true. Most of my contributions to Simpy are fixing their linting, though, not actual math code. Okay, so I need to come up with the non-moduli numbers. And basically that equates to computing... Well, we know the first one's 0, right? We need to compute every combination that it could be given this first number. When the first number is big, though, it's kind of hard to get all of those combinations because this is like 67 choose 4, which is a big ass number. This one's also 67 choose 4. Unfortunately for our input, it's not so bad. This is what, 7 choose 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, it's even worse than that. It's 67 choose 3. Oh wait, that's smaller. Okay, maybe that's not so bad. Try that many combinations. This one is 7 choose 1, 2, 3, 4, which is pretty small. 7 choose 4 is 35 combinations. And this is combinations on how to place numbers in a range. We do know that range though. Hey, what's up, Plague Dr. Brady? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I guess let's try that then. What was the function? This. Because I don't actually want to implement CRT. Compute Z3 not working. Hey, what's up, Fisher G? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Let's try this. Compute Esther to int. Bus is probably spelled wrong. Anderson says n choose k should give you some detail. Oh, what does that mean? Computer sciences. It's funny, computer scientists struggling to solve a Diophantine equation. You know, Colbert, I don't have time for your shit today. Sorry. Thanks, Jess. Possible offsets equals. So it can be anywhere from 1 to n minus 1. Equals list range 1 to n inclusive. This can't be 0. And then we need to choose them. Which we can do with iter tools, right? Iter tools. That's iter tools combinations. Running tuple in sorted order, no repeated elements. Yes. For these in iter tools.combinations, multiple offsets, len buses minus 1. If n is none, then this. Otherwise, n equals min and CRT buses 0 vs. One type cannot be interpreted as an integer. This should be buses 0. We got a tuple. What did I get a tuple for? What? What does CRT return? SymPy dot ntheory dot modular dot CRT. What is your return value? Probably returns the prime and then something else. Hey, what's up, VWoo? Thank you for the raid. Welcome to the stream. Give you a shout out there. Hey, what's up, Liz? How's it going? I have no idea what I'm doing. Irene, welcome back. Good to see you. Oh, it probably returns the n and m. Wait. If symmetric is false, a positive integer will be returned. Okay, that's the default. I think it's the second value. So just gonna we got a number that is what? Much bigger. I'm gonna go fill up my water. I will be right back. I will see you in a sec. Alright, we're back. Slingham says you should join VWoo's leaderboard. I mean, I already have a leaderboard. Okay, so I kind of want to see what happened at this number, like what buses departed at what time after this, because I feel like that might tell us what went wrong here. This was which input? The first input. This one here. So we had 7, 13, 59, 31, 19. My guess is I'm backwards somehow. N equals this. N mod 7 should be 0, right? Okay. N mod... N integer divide 13 should be this. This times 13 minus N. Well, what? What? wait, what? We just did least common multiple. That's not the right thing. Why do we get least common multiple? Is it the other value in here? Oops. What does this number give us? This number's not even the same order of magnitude as that. What is this first number, though? I was wondering where that music was coming from. Just creeped out of my house looking for ghosts. Yeah, it's from the stream. Metamite says, so my approach to part 2 knocks examples out pretty quick, but just runs for my actual input. Just like I guess I need to just keep staring at numbers and let it brute force in the background. That all says, what about their position in the string? Oh, does it actually tell us exactly how far it's supposed to go? Oh, is it actually just the fucking position in the string? So we skip 2 and then we get this? Then we skip 1 and we get this? Yeah, okay, it is just a... Wait, seriously? It's just that? I don't need any of this combination shit? Um... Oh, this is the other one. Oops, let me actually cut this. That way you can bring it down here. Whoops. And if this works, then I think I can actually get my Z3 solution to work. Yeah, neither of those numbers are right, though. T about T had negative numbers here, so what happens if we negative 1 times this? I don't know why, but what happens if we do? Let me get the right value here. I don't understand why, but I believe that solves it. I guess it's our answer. I'm not exactly satisfied with that, because I don't really understand it. But it does give us something that we can potentially fix the Z3 solution with. I didn't realize that the position of the string changed things so much. I didn't even notice that at all. Yeah, I should have read this better. That would have made that at least make a little bit more sense. Let me try my constraint solver again, because I want to get that working, because I think that that makes things easier. Yeah, because then it's just n plus I mod a sub I equals 0. Which makes the Z3 solution much simpler. I don't need any of this junk up here. Okay, so we know that n mod that equals 0. For I, we actually need to do this same parsing as we did down here. Where did that go? Oh. And 0 equals... Do these two statements not need to exist? I think we can just do for bus position in parsed. We have m m plus dot add m plus position mod bus equals 0. Is that it? Is that all I have to have here? Because that's equivalent to m mod a equals 0. I think we can just use solver then. It's just a series of equations at that point. Although there's multiple answers. So let's optimize and we'll minimize m. Damn. It's weird. Because we know that this is satisfiable because we've found an answer to it. Shan says, gotta go, last day at work. Well, thanks for stopping by. I'll do that on my way out. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know why this is unsatisfiable. I don't know why it doesn't mention mod in here. Maybe Z3 doesn't know about mod? Dagweb says, good luck with Z3, gotta go. Well, thanks for stopping by. Z3 solver modular arithmetic. I don't think Z3 is the right tool for this problem. Well, I got +1 points. Probably someone's question got deleted that I downvoted. Can we simulate mod in a different way? Probably. Without using mod, we can reverse this equation and say that there's some m where n equals int and we can say that what dot add m times wait. M is our final answer. So for 0, we want to say that m times n0, or bus times n0 is equal to m plus 0. So m plus position equals n sub I times bus. And minimize and check that. It's thinking. It's thinking a lot. This is better. It must think that it's satisfiable now, at least. The university page was about rings. That stuff still haunts me. Oh no. I'd help if I had any idea what the fuck was going on. This is way longer than it should take, of course. Yeah. Usually Z3 is very quick on replying. It's probably because there's a lot of open variables here. And it's not being smart. It doesn't realize constraints. And we can see what it would have generated. Well, yeah. You would think it would be able to find or recognize this pattern though, as a mod. Then again, it doesn't know about mods, so it probably just doesn't know this pattern at all. Well, that was weird. Apparently, if you Control C in the middle of its check, it just is like, yeah, sure. Yeah, but okay, I guess Z3 is not a thing. And I just don't know the math for this to explain it well enough. But this does work. So T, what's with the negative ones here? Since you understand. You're right, m plus position mod bus equals 0. Yeah, I tried that and it said it was unsatisfiable. But I think Z3 just doesn't know about mod. And if you look at the program that it generates here, it doesn't mention mod at all. So you have that up here somewhere. Yeah, this is the one where I did that. You can see it doesn't know about mod. Because otherwise you would see a modulo operator somewhere in here. But it doesn't, it's not there. But yeah, what's up with this negative 1? Why did I have to subtract these? Edgar's says my solution uses Z3 and mod. Show me your Z3 thing. I want to see it because this is my attempt that didn't work. Oh, the offsets were negative. Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. The offsets were negative, but why? Are we stuck on part 2? No, I have a solution, but I just don't know. I don't know why it works. Yeah, I already have a solution. But I want to see your Z3 solution. Because I don't know why mine didn't work. is most of it. Oh, I guess I can put this back to the mod. Mod bus equals 0. My solution's in Rust and uses no special crates. Did you write your own CRT? All right, I'm excited for this. I use solver. So I have optimizer instead of solver. What is the difference between optimize and solver? Optimizer may be my problem. Of course, switching from optimizer to solver does not just magically make the problem work. Did yours hang for a while and then tell you something? Okay, so you have a solver. Your timestamp is greater than 0. Timestamp plus position mod n is equal to 0. If offset is not none. Okay, so you put the first one in. Vector. Okay, so you seed it with the first one. Okay, let's try and seed it with the first one and see what we get there. So you just said, oops. You just said you have an int m. This is your target that you're looking for, right? Vector times n. Timestamp equals this. Okay, cool. Is n. Oh, m times factor. Where does factor get involved up here, though? Yeah, why do you pass factor into this function here, down here? It doesn't get used after this assignment. Or am I, this is just not optimized code. Is that what I'm getting at? It's cool though. I'm doing it in multiple steps. Sonic Lonely says, hello everyone, I'm new to the channel, what are we doing? We're trying to figure out how bats solve this with Z3, which is magical. Putting them all into Z3 at the same time was too slow, so I do this offset and factor thing. Oh. Your Rust solution that only uses FS. What? Oh, I think I kind of understand how this works. So you're like... You're finding the least common multiple between... and the first bus time, or the first bus plus 1 with the second number, and that gives you a first lower bound. And then you... to do... Yeah. Oh, this is clever. I like this. I still don't completely understand it. I probably need to read it a bunch more, but I think I get how it works. But this is essentially just CRT though. Not what the implementation is. Back, are you successful with Z3? No, but somebody else is. Kither says, the thing with negative is that if a bus with ID K needs to come at T plus 5, that means we're looking at T plus 5 mod 0, which is the same as T equals negative 5 mod K. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, I understand that. Cool. Thank you for that, Kithra. Just sad my Z3 doesn't work. I want to throw the whole thing at once to it. So your Z3 solve is actually very similar to this Rust solution, if I'm understanding correctly, but you're letting Z3 do the heavy work. So that's kind of cool. All right, I think I'm done staring at this for today. So we kind of have two options, and we'll see what you in chat want to do. I did not do yesterday's in SQLite, but I think I can. There's no way I'm doing today's in SQLite. Absolutely not. So our choices are we raid someone else, or I implement yesterday's problem in SQLite. What does chat want to see? I'll leave it up to you. I'm gonna delete my Z3 code and commit this while chat is figuring out what we're doing there. Oops. Add test case template to template. Day 13, part 1. Hey, what's up, Meat? Hello, hello. Super fast today. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Oh, no. Super fast for part 1. That's because part 1 was not hard. You know, whenever I see... I mean, from this day onwards, whenever you see a really easy part 1... I feel like that means that part 2 is going to be killer. Part 1, day 13, input. What is my... Oh, right. Day 13, part 1. It says, hi, I just finished. I mean, I didn't really know what I was doing, so... 26. Unsupported operands. We can just say this is buses 0. We can actually just compute buses 0 as well. Minimum equals what? bus times start time integer divide bus plus 1. Right? It's still giving us the same answer as before, 2845? Yeah. Alright, that'll make MyPy happy. And then I don't have my max size hack anymore, which is actually pretty good. Metalhead says, I still don't, but hearing you say CRT has put me on the right track. I don't think I would have ever found the right solution otherwise. Yeah, I was never going to find it either. 100%. Metalhead says, probably the most irrationally upset I've been with an advent of code problem of all time. I think this may be the day that I don't do both parts. Kind of, and just come back to it later. Yeah, this is going to be like last year's day 22 for me, where it's, you know, some math that I just don't understand. But with enough hints in chat, I got there. What's the funkiest language, dude? I mean, sqlite is always a funky time. Okay, why have you not committed yet? What is going on here? Okay. Oh, get around day 13 nodes cached. Python day 13 part 2. Excuse me? Oh, probably because I renamed the function. I mean, it looks really fast, but that's because Senpai is doing all of the hard work for us. Day 13 part 2. I agree, it's pretty annoying when the solution is to know some academic formula nonsense, and if you don't, you're hosed. Yeah. Yep. I agree. I agree a lot. I agree very much. Mostly when you don't read the problem. That's another problem of mine, too. You have 15 more focus minutes than hit the hay? Sounds good. Well, thanks for stopping by, Metabytes. Always good to see you. Alright, I think we're going to do sqlite for yesterday. Because I think yesterday's was simple enough that I can do it in one pass. And still have something that's slightly interesting there. That's what we're going to try and do. I hope one of the problems involves 3D graphics. Oh, like day 22 in 2018? That was a good one. What am I looking up here? My clips from all time. I can actually show you a really cool, I was gonna start talking up here, isn't it? Stay muted. Good. Oh, wait. I don't know if it's doubling for you. It's not doubling for me. Clips. All. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Anthony's mom's favorite meme. This is a really old video. But anyway, this was Advent of Code. This was in 2018 when we had intersecting three-dimensional polygons, and I did work out a polygon or a octahedrons. I did work out an octahedron collision algorithm though, which involved projecting them into 2D space. 2D space? Yeah, 2D space, and then projecting each of those 2D things into 1D space. And then intersection of 1D space is point intersection. But yeah, that one was a struggle. That one I solved using Z3. It actually wasn't so bad in Z3. But yeah, that one was a whole fucking mess. All right, so what was yesterday's puzzle? ESC 2020. We want to day 12. CD, that's totally going to work. Okay, if I recall correctly, this was the movement puzzle. Yes, the movement puzzle. I actually think day 2 is going to be easier to solve in sqlite than than part 1. Sorry, part 2, part 1. Let's see, day 2. Let's see, was this a read by lines? Yeah. But we can actually use integers. I think I'm gonna parse this in 2 stages just so it's easier to understand. I want a geodesic question on a weird shape. What? I don't even know what that word means. Okay, but this will do as a template. CP that to here. We will edit over here. And we actually want to store we actually want to store direction and num. So we got to substring those both out. And I'm going to not trim this file. Make it easier. Those parentheses are off now. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to actually do this for the first row. That way I don't have to double the logic from input. And then down here we can do where num greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so what do we want to do here? We want to grab the first character, so we want to do substr nn.rest 0, 1, and then we want to substring from the second character to the next new line, and we want to cast that as an integer, which I've learned if you don't cast it as an integer, you have lots of sad times later. nn.rest 1, 2, inster nn.rest char 10 minus 1. And then we keep the rest of the string by doing substr nn.rest inster nn.rest char 10. I think that will get us parsed. Create table directions, which has s as, we don't want string, we want text, otherwise we get sad times. Also, I've learned we want cast as text, otherwise we get other sad times. And we want dir, and we want num int headers on select star from directions. So that should get us parsing. Part1 dot sqlite dot sql. I have a trailing comma? No? Oh, as int. This parenthesis, no such table lines. What's up, Brute User? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Volume is way up. Where do I have subs? Right there. Message column nn.s. Right. Oh god. Okay, it's looping forever. I think we need to do that. Yeah, this is 100% working correctly. What in the fuck? Oh. These are off by 1 because sqlite is 1 indexed. Okay, cool. Now we have our input. Let's actually work with a small input on this one, just because that'll make it easier for us to debug. Input 2.text. And we'll do input 2.text up here. Why you know? Oh, because of the bug in my text editor. Okay, there we go. Oh boy, where am I at? What did I miss here? Okay, Michaela's talking about schooling and stuff. Sets, yeah, sets are amazing. Sets are probably the I don't know, the most useful, slightly mathy thing that I use in computer science. What's the name of the keyboard? Bang Keyboard can answer that. Gravity Wave. Thank you, I Satisfied. Appreciate that. Okay, so that gives us this. And then we can do another one of these with recursive, and we need to keep all of our state here. We're gonna have row ID. We're going to have what? We have SX, SY, DX, DY for our direction. As. And so we'll start by selecting row ID 0 and 0, 0. Direction is 0, or direction X is 0, direction Y is 0. Union all, and then this is where we do our recursion. Where now I could have done this all in one recursive. I could have done all of this work that I'm about to do in here up here, but I didn't want to have to rerun these casts over and over. Just because I'm going to need to use this math a bunch. I guess I could do that. I guess I could do that. I don't know, I think this is going to be a lot fucking easier to read. Separate the parsing out from the actual logic. Mr. Evil Villain says, your YouTube videos are really great. Well, I'm glad you appreciate them, Mr. Evil Villain. For those of you that don't know about my YouTube, there it is. I upload educational content once a day. I also upload previous streams as well as my Advent of Code solutions, so you can check that out. Okay, so this should be nn.rowid plus 1. Then what? Insert into answer. Read table answer, which has n as integer. Select what? We want to select the last item from the table. I think we did this before. Day 11? Day 10? Is this the last day we did SQL? That was when we had a nice just join. Here we go. This is where we have to do multiple with recursives. Where row ID equals select max row ID from NN. Select abs NN dot SX plus abs NN dot SY from NN. Yeah. I think I prefer this or this. Probably that. Okay. Alright, we need to now do our ship X and ship Y. We do case select directions.dir from directions where directions.rowid equals nn.rowid. We're gonna shorten the name of our directions table to dirs. When n, then east, south, west. Otherwise we don't. Oh, we need also forward. Else nn dot sx. Oh, actually, north, east, south, west. We're only changing x in east and west and forward. And we need to do the same thing for these as well. But in this case, it's only north and south. Then nn.sx plus select dirs.num where dirs.rowid equals nn.rowid. Hey, what's up? And lovely, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you are doing well. Select dirs.num where dirs.rowid equals nn.rowid. When it's forward, then it's nn.sx plus nn.dx times select dirs.num where dirs.rowid equals nn.rowid. Okay, that's the x. Now we're gonna do the same thing but for y. So north we're gonna say is up. I definitely didn't fuck that one up when I actually solved this problem. This should be minus for y. And then we also need this for forward. And then we have to do the rotation part, which is tricky. So this is R and L. We don't need F. So this should say Y, dx, dy, R, L. Okay, so we need to figure out when things are in position. And Lovely says, I'm joining late. Did you solve day 13 already? I did with a lot of help. Hey, what's up, Build Office? How's it going? When F, then, yeah. I thought north was to the left. I mean, you could do north to the left. Oh, but then the brains would hurt. We don't want the brains to hurt. Okay, the right and left is the rotation. That is the tricky part. Maybe we store our direction as an integer. Yeah, let's do that. Table directions. Dx, dy. Insert into directions. Oh, that's not how this works. Let's see. Values. We want north, which is, do we do dx? Yeah, 0, 1. North. East, which will be 1, 0. South will be 0, -1. And then west will be -1, 0. And so our direction ID, our row equals 1, 2, because it's 0 based. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I can do that there. Oh, my eye is itchy. Row. Row ID SX SY. Oh. It's the right value. Oh no, it's not. It's supposed to be 2. This is row ID 2. Due to sqlite being wacky. We could make it 1. And we can do this. East, south, west, north. Okay. Clockwise. So that actually makes this easier. We don't need more of this. We can't have a trailing comma there. It's right, then we need to do nn.dir row. I wonder how sqlite deals with mod. Is it like Python or is it like C? Ah, shit. That's not good. I wanted it to be positive. Well, you know what we can do? To make it positive, we can just add a very, very large factor of 4. We can always just add, 400. And that'll make it always positive. That's such a dumb hack. Okay, I like it though. Plus 400. When we're going right, we are increasing the numbers. So plus select dirs.num from, oh, these are supposed to all say from dirs. Dirs. Actually, we're gonna tab these out so that they're more readable. Yay, switch statements. SQLite has them, Python does not. Okay, select dirs.num from dirs. Divided by 90, where dirs.rowid equals nn.rowid. And we need to do all of this mod 4. And we need to do the same thing for L. What is this column called? Row. But instead, we are going to subtract that. That should get us our directions. Oh, we need to change this now because we no longer have dy. What's up, Anafun? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. It says I just woke up. I don't want the brains to hurt. Not the brains! Select dx from directions where vex from vex, where vex.rowid equals nn.dir row times this. Do the same thing down here, except it is y instead of x. Hey, I think this might actually work. Knock on wood. This is such a stupid hack. The plus 400 here. It's totally gonna work though. But let's see. Select star from answer. Let's see what happens. art1.sqlite.sql. And it has 1 values for 4 columns. It says, what does the 400 do? So in SQLite, if you do select -1 mod 4, it gives you -1. However, in Python, if you -1 mod 4, you get 3. And so what I'm doing is I am cheesing the system and adding a very large factor of 4, and then modding by 4. And so then it will give me the same as the Python answer. It's maybe slightly too clever. Okay, why do you think you have 1 value for 4 columns? Oh. Because that? 20. Is that the right answer for part 1? 25. Fuck. Let us just debug this. Select star from NN. This will show us where we went wrong. Oops. Okay, so the first row we start at 0, 0, 0, 1. What is our direction for input to.text? So we should have gotten forward 10. And we did not. We did not move at all. So what gives? Oh, these are all off by 1. Shoot. Well, we can do this. And then we can do this. That looks better. It is not better. It's still 20. No! Okay, let's look at what we're supposed to get here. This is what? Day 10? Whoa, wait. Oh my. What have we done here? No, this is not day 10. Day 11? No. What day is this? 12? Day 12. Okay, so we should be east 10, north 0. So x10, y0. Okay. N3 would move it north, so we should be at 10, 3. We are. FSIM should move the ship another 7 east. So we should be at 17, 3. Okay, 17, 3. R90 should make it rotate and face south, so east, then south. It should be index 2. Oh, there's just one more row. There's supposed to be one more row down here. And that gives us 25. Right? Aha! Do we change this to input.text? Is it faster than our Python solution? Oh no! Why do we get nothing? Is it due to the new lines at the end? Okay, something goes real wrong somewhere. We get to undefines at row 17. Which is where we execute a left? What happened there? I like how this is NSF and then there's no W. Yeah, what happened there? Let's UID star from DIRS. What is the thing at around 17 there? Oh, DIRS is all sorts of fucked up. Means the new line at the end of the file. Yeah. Okay, so that's less messed up now. Let's see what 17 is. Where do we go wrong? It's one of these ones. I think it's actually the F. You can see that it's still doing the rotations properly through here. Oh, we got to 0. Oh. 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 Modulo doesn't work when you're off by 1. ID dx dy. Oh, so this should be 0. Do you no longer null out on me? Haha. Okay. All right. sqlite does it in 10 milliseconds. Python 3 does it in 150. Okay. So that is part 1. Day 12, part 1, sqlite. Let's do part 2 now. Part 1, sqlite, sql, part 2, sqlite, sql. Okay, so what do we have to do with part 2? Part 2, we no longer have these direction vectors. But rotation gets a lot harder. Hey, what's up, Laping Vino? Hello, hello. Yeah, we're doing an older day in sqlite. There's no way I could do today's in sqlite. Like, absolutely not. Oh, part 2 is actually gonna be really hard here as well. But we have new things here. We have WX and WY. We no longer have the direction there. And WX, reality is 1, SX, SY, WX is 10, WY is 1. And this actually moves WX east and west, and north and south. We still need to handle forward. Oh, forward's easy though, right? It is select, it's what? NN dot WX times this. And this is NN dot WY times that. Okay, so this part is all done. Oh wait. No. Ship X only moves with F. So we have this. And then ship Y also only moves with F. The rest of it is moving WX, WY around. So these all need to be Y instead of X. Okay, that's the ship X, ship Y. Then we have WX, which only moves from east and west and left and right. The left and right is tricky part. When L, then we gotta do that, L and R. Otherwise, WX. We need to do the same thing for this. We no longer have this down here. And we need this. Okay, so now we have to figure out how to do this rotation properly. We can't use loops because that's what we had before. Playing Dr. Brady says, how long did it take to you to get used to this split keyboard? Think about it getting a Kinesis Edge. I got it out of the box, and my normal typing speed is about 120 words per minute on a standard keyboard. And out of the box, no prep at all. The first thing that I did after plugging it in was open up typeracer.com, and I got 97 words per minute. So this keyboard was not much to adjust to. Granted, its layout is very similar to a normal keyboard. Now, granted, when I took it out of the box and ran it, I didn't have it all the way propped up, so I had it just at the what is this, 10 degrees? 10 degrees. So I had it at 10 degrees. And I had it, pushed together. So I wasn't completely split, but it was still like, I couldn't cheat like I normally do when I type. But yeah, now it's up at 15 degrees. And that in its spot. As a fidget toy. But yeah, it didn't take very long. The Pingvino says, there's a reason declarative languages like SQL and most significantly HTML are sometimes not seen as programming languages, right? What layout do I use? Just boring ass QWERTY. Okay. So we need to figure out whether we are flipping the positions and how many times we're multiplying them by -1. So grab the diagram that I made in Discord because that's going to help me. Remu, thank you for the raid. How did your solve go tonight? Mine did not go well in any way, shape, or form. But thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. This is what I'm dealing with right now. Okay, so we need to figure out if right is an even number of rotations, then the numbers stay in the same place, and it's only sign modifications. If it's an odd, they switch positions. And if it's even mod 2, then both signs flip. And if it's even mod 4, then it doesn't move at all. And for left. I guess for right, it's the same thing. Actually, left and right for even mod only flips both signs. Oh, actually, even mod either way always flips both signs. Okay, so that's easy. We only switch positions for odd mod. Okay, I think I can work with that. Ruby says, I thought I did poorly, but I ranked pretty well. 2503. I guess a lot of people had trouble with part 2. Yeah, I didn't understand part 2 at all. I needed a lot of help from chat. Okay. So, we need to figure out the rotations. Okay. Select dirs.num divided by 90. Divided by 90, and then mod 4. And we have 4 cases here. When 0, when 1, when 2, when 3. Else, no, I guess. And we have to do the same thing for right. So we know when it's 0, then we're not changing anything. So this should still just be nn.wx. When it's 2, it's nn.wx times -1. When it's 1 left, then it's xy. Then it's -1 times y. nn.wy times -1. And when it is 3, 1, 2, 3, then it is just y. nn.wy. Okay, so that's one of the 4 things I have to fill out here. Oh my god. Alright, when it's 0, that's easy. Wx. When it's 2, it's also easy. When it is 1 to the right, it should be the same as 3 to the left. So nn.wy, nn.wy times -1. Actually, that's not so bad. Alright, now let's do the same thing for the wy. Ah, shit. Lost my cutter. But I need to delete these. We have not figured those out yet. I think it's the same as before, just switch the variables, but I want to work it out just to be extra safe. Sounds like I want to try today's exercise. No, probably not. Philip says, how bad is it to run Chromium browser with -- remote debugging port all the time? It depends. I'm not sure how Chrome exposes that. Does it listen on 0000 or does it listen on localhost? If it listens on localhost, it doesn't fucking matter. If it listens on 0000, then anyone on your local network can run any code they want in your browser, which is kind of bad. Like, I don't know, your shitty smart speaker might be running code on there. Yeah, that's the port, but what, are you running Linux or are you running Windows? Because on Linux, I know the netstat command to find. Linux, can you run netstat this man? Sudo netstat toolpin grep 9222. I guess I'll just paste it in chat for you. What is this output? And then I can tell you the answer. Alright, when we turn left, the Y becomes just X. Which means this is nn.wx times -1. When we turn this, wx times -1. I think that solves it. Here near slash, I probably use double slash. Did. Oh, that was too easy. Also 10 milliseconds. Also faster than Python. Day 12 part 2 in sqlite. What's up, V Bravo? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Meow says you're running at the speed of arrow. I haven't taken medicine. I've been unmedicated for my ADHD for 7.5 years now. But I used to take Concerta. Way back when. But now I mostly just struggle inside my head and deal with it. Which makes it really hard to focus on stuff sometimes, and really hard to be, you know, chill and normal. Random Katka says, have you finished day 13? Yes. Although, can I explain it? Not really. Chinese remainder theorem. That's, yeah, something. Girl with box! Oh my god, it has been forever. Welcome back. I still recognize your name, so it hasn't been that long. But good to see you. How have you been? What is that emote also? Eats my P2 nubby wave. It's so derpy, I love it. Philip, quick, answer the question, because I think I'm probably gonna raid pretty soon here. Hey, what's up, meow? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Use, yeah, CRT, the Chinese remainder theorem. This is my code. I don't know how to implement Chinese remainder theorem, or I was too lazy to. Trying to get netstat. Oh, you want me to get you the IP commands? Because netstat is deprecated. List things listening on port Linux. It's like SS something. Sudo SS. My bad password. It's literally bad password. Grep. Oh, let's make something listen. Python-m hp.server. Sudo ss grep 8000. System D is lame. Bring back ifconfig and netstep native, right? Girl with Black says, I've been okay. I've been doing some leak code, so it definitely could be better. Oh no, leak code. Oh no. I'm so sorry. Sudo ss-l? Oh, here we go. This looks something useful. Yeah, there we go. All right, try sudo ss-l grep 9222. I came across one of your old videos on YouTube very randomly. Somebody on Twitter was asking about false equals false and false. Oh yeah, that one's a good classic. That was back before I was better at being in front of a computer, or being in front of a camera. But yeah, false equals false in false. One of my favorite fun things about Python. So for those of you that don't know, you'd be like, oh well, I don't know the operator precedence here, so I'm just gonna put parentheses on it and try it until it works. So if you put parentheses here, you see false equals false, which is obviously true. And true in false is obviously false, so this is definitely false, and it is. And you're like, okay, well, let me try the other combination, see what that works out to. So we put parentheses here, and we see false in an array containing false. So this is true. And true equals false. That's not true, so this should clearly be false. Then if you remove the parentheses, so we tried both combinations, so if both combinations are false, then surely this should be false. And it is. But the reason for this is it treats it like 5 less than x less than 100. It treats it like a compound comparison, and so the way this gets evaluated is 5 less than x and x less than 100, which is how this gets evaluated up here. False equals false and false in false. Why the in operator is chainable, I have no idea. It doesn't make all that much sense to me, but that is the reason for it. So yeah, it's pretty fucking weird. Do you want to see some other cursed Python? Get my GitHub repo here. I'll do it off screen so it's not so spoilery. Maybe that one's not that good. Oh, this is the false one. That one's a bug. Oh, here's a good one. So in Python, you can have triple quoted strings, right? And so triple single quotes are a thing. You can also have triple double quotes. That's a thing. Did you know that you can have half triple quoted strings? But only if it's the first half. If it's the second half, it expects the, expects the end of the string. And the reason for this is, you can put spaces in between, or maybe we'll extend this a little bit more. Maybe this gives away the hint. But you can put spaces between these quotes and it works out. And the reason for this is, in Python, string literals are implicitly concatenatable. And so this is actually just one string and another string. And you can see this from the tokenizer. Python 3-m tokenize foo half triple quoted. You can see that we get 2 string tokens here. That's how that one works. What else we got? Oh, I love this one. This one's great. So if you say not false equals true, back to our trues and falses here. What should this evaluate to? Well, I would posit that not false is true, and then true equals true should be true, and of course it is. So that's true. This isn't a trick question. What does this evaluate to? Okay, maybe it is a trick question. What should this evaluate to, I guess, is the better question. Oh, and Philip, by the way, if it's listening on that, then it doesn't expose it to the internet. So you're fine as long as you trust all the software on your device. That should be true, right? Right now? That's an evil laugh? Yeah. It should be true. I agree. I definitely think it should be true. But it's not false. It's also not false. Syntax error. And the reason this is syntax error is Python has specialized operators. The is not operator, and I'd argue that it's a bug, but some would argue that this is intentionally this way. But there's a bug in the Python grammar, and it's been this way since Python 1, which actually we can clone and build if we really want to. GitHub aceltility/ancient pythons, and it's been this way as far back as I could check. So if we want to, I don't even remember how to build this. Is it GitHub Actions? It is GitHub Actions. All right, so if we make Python 0.9.1, which is very, very, very old. If you use tilde, does it work? Yeah, no, tilde works fine for bitwise. So you can do true equals tilde false. For unary inversion. Python 0.9.1, true, not true. So in 091, oh, there wasn't a not operator? Oh, there's not a true. Right. Wait, what? Python 1 is really fucky. Or Python 0 is really fucky, so maybe that's why it's broken. Anyway, as soon as the not operator was introduced, this behavior was a thing. Modern ancient Pythons, right? Yeah. CCVE says nano. It's actually not nano, though. It's my own text editor called Babby, which I wrote from scratch. Okay, let's see what else we got. We got that one. We already talked about that one. Oh, this one's pretty good. This one's pretty good. I've actually seen this one explained a bunch of times, though, so maybe you've seen this one before. If you have a tuple, like so, tuples are immutable. That means they can't be changed after they're created. It works with parens, yeah. Yeah, if you add parens, it works. Tuples can't be changed, so if I try and assign to this, if I try and set it to 2, it says, you know, tuple object does not abort assignment. That's cool. Also, if I try to plus equals, cool. We also, you know, tuple does not support assignment. But if we make a special tuple, which contains a list, and again, like if I try and assign to it, it produces an error, and you know, X is still fine there. But if we plus equals another list, what do you think this does? So if you say crash, you would be correct, because it crashes. But it also changed the list. So it crashed but performed the side effects. Because Python. How many Pythons you got in that bad boy? I actually have a lot of Pythons installed. So Python 3.6, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9, 3.10, which doesn't even really exist yet. I have 2.7. I have PyPy and PyPy3. A whole bunch of them. That's a bug, 100%. That's a bug. So I can actually show you why this happens as well. So if we write this into a function, x equals list x0 plus equals list literal, we import the disassembler. So what happens here is so Python is a stack-based language, so all of this is actually kind of like you know, low-level assembly-like thing, but it's still relatively readable. I'll show you what's going on here. So we got build tuple, that's building this tuple here. Or sorry, build list. That's what this inner list is here. Build tuple 1 says pop 1 item off of it and put it into a tuple. And so it's going to pop this list and build this tuple. Then it's going to store fast into X. That's going to do this assignment here. So that's what we've gotten so far with this. Then we do load fast X, which gets this variable onto the stack. Then we load const 0, which is here. Then dupe top 2. Dupe top 2. I don't know what that one does. Python 3 dis dupe top 2 duplicates the 2 references on top of the stack, leaving them in the same order. Okay, so it just doubles x0. Oh, because we're doing a load of x0 and then a store of x0. I understand. Binary subscript, and then that will load x0, so it gets the initial value of x0, which is this list. Hey, what's up, ZXCV forever? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Then we load const2 build lists that builds lists. So what we have on the stack right now is that list object and 2. Then we do in place add. And so this does the extension add on list. So at this point, we've already modified the underlying list. And then we do rot3. This deletes some items on the stack. And we store the subscript. And so this is where the error comes from. So, but it's too late at that point. It has already modified the list. So it's too late to find that. Is this one wad enough? This one's kind of weird. This one I've run into a lot of bugs with. I don't know that it's not actually a bug, but it is quite annoying. So there's this os.walk function. Let me do this in a directory that has less junk. Precommit CI, sure. No, we're not going to walk that directory. Let's do it in precommit. Okay, so if we do Python 3 import os.walk, or import os for things in os.walk, let's walk the testing directory. Print things. So normally when you use os.walk, it's going to walk through all of the directories and show their subfolders and subfiles, which is fine. That's how it works. But if you run, and you can use list to simplify this, thing here. So this is all of those things, but list it out. But if you call list on os.walk on just absolute fucking garbage here, I would expect an error, personally. But no, Python's just like, no, nothing. Here you go. You walk nothing, you get nothing. I think there's even an errors, or maybe it's new. On error equals none. On error, what are you supposed to do? By default, errors from the scander call are ignored. It should be a function. Maybe this is what I want. On error equals lambda e print e. Okay, so at least, you can get the errors somehow. But it really annoyed me that doesn't error. Okay, so now I'm going to show you one in Python 2. And in an old version of a library that was incredibly popular. YAML equals 3.13. And let me grab a string from this repository over here. Yes. This string here. So this string is a valid YAML string. And if you're reading the contents of the string, you might be like, oh god, what is os.system? What is gonna happen here? This scares me. But if you do yaml.load on this string, oh, I opened Python 3. I just want Python. If you do yaml.load on this string, they've fixed it, of course. You can see they've fixed it here. Finally. It took this was a feature, not a bug. This was a feature for like 10 years of YAML. If you import YAML and you load this string, it prints out hi. Because it actually opened a system shell here. And we can change this so that we pop a shell in YAML, which those words should never have been spoken, but look, now we have a shell. And in fact, if we exit 2, you can see that, wait a minute, how did we get 512? Wait, what? Wait, what? What? Why is it multiplying my return value by 256? Why was this a feature for so long? So there are, I don't know, partially legitimate uses for some of this shit. For instance, you can dump a tuple and it will give you this specialized bang bang Python tuple type tag thing. And this was seen as a feature, so then you could take this string and then, you know, YAML.load it and get a tuple back. And of course, there were other specializations for Bang Bang Python. One of them was Python object apply. This is supposed to be for constructing arbitrary objects. Of course, you can use it to construct an arbitrary os.system object. And the funny thing is, when they broke this, or when they changed this, it broke all sorts of people's code. And every person's code was like, what the fuck, why'd you break this? And then the obvious response was, what the fuck, why are you, you know, I might as well open a CVE on your project because you're executing arbitrary code from your config files. But yeah. I don't know if I have any other WATs that are particularly up to date. I think I have some JavaScript ones, actually. Oh, this is a fun one. And I know the reason for this. This one actually isn't that WAT if you understand how nan works. But if you make an array that contains nan, let x equals, and, you know, it's an array that contains nan. If you do x.index of nan, you get, oh, nan, you get -1. This array does not contain nan. But they were like, oh, this is dumb. Let's make another function called includes, and it returns none, or it returns true. But the fun thing is, there isn't a helper method to find the index of a not a number in a list. You have to loop it manually. But this makes sense because, of course, nan triple equals nan is false. But this is due to IEEE floats. This is true in pretty much any language. If you do float nan equals float nan, like not a number is not equatable. Is infinity the same way? No, infinities are equatable, which kind of breaks my thought about them. Are they in Python? Float inf. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Girlybox says, I don't know if I should feel good or bad about the fact that I haven't coded enough to need something like that. You should never need something like that. Never, ever. Well, that says raise a still here. Oh yeah, there's a fun side story about this YAML thing. When I worked at Yelp, one of the international teams in Hamburg implemented this thing that allowed you to send service definitions over the wire in YAML. Previously, it was all JSON, and, you know, JSON doesn't have any of this crazy shenanigans, but you could send them over the wire in YAML. And they implemented this while everyone in the US was asleep and no one could code review it. And they had shipped it out all the way to prod without really talking to anyone. And when the service teams got in the office, we're like, what the fuck? Who let you do this? And they're like, no, it's super convenient. Look, you can use YAML now. And so I, being the nefarious, maybe not the most tactful ways to approach problems, I decided to change my service definition to send YAML. And my YAML, when you serialized it in a Python 2 interpreter, would create an exception object called the acytility error, as Bildathis has pointed out, and raise that exception as a side effect of loading the YAML script. And so every service that tried to connect to my service would suddenly raise exceptions. And then they realized, okay, maybe loading YAML over the wire is not a good idea, and reverted it. But that is the acytility error. But anyway, I need to get some sleep, and it was nice catching up with all of you. Kimpiko! Speaking of getting some sleep, how's it going, Kimpiko? So I'm gonna sign off now. But let me do my little spiel and send you off to another channel. Passive aggressive but effective. It's true, the white. It's true. But yeah, my name is Anthony. I upload my previous content to YouTube. Now it's youtube.com/AnthonyWritesCode. I've also been uploading Advent of Code solutions, so there's a solution for each day. I've also been uploading educational videos once a day, so you can check those out. They're usually in Python or DevOps or interviewing or Git or all sorts of different topics. Basically anything that people ask about, and I do that. Hey, Kimpiko, thank you for the resubs. Simping during the spiel. Indeed, indeed. I normally stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. And thank you, Brooke Mindarsha, for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I normally stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. I announce my streams in 2 places. One of those is on Twitter, and the other is in the Discord. Thank you, Beldathis, for linking all of those. But yeah, I usually announce those. So that's twitter.com/codewithanthony. So leave a follow there or whatever. And yeah, I usually announce something like this. I actually skipped today because I had to take care of a puppy. But anyway, thank you all for stopping by, and let's go find someone to raid.